Well, good morning, campers. It's the 12th of April. It's 10:22. I went up long, just showered, got myself ready for me day. Not lots happening. Parked out here in the bushes, and well, you can see, and I don't know what you can see behind me. It's all a bit bit wild. Quite near a road, as you can hear, or I dare say you can hear. Not a lot. I had a quiet day yesterday, not done much. Got no plans to do anything today. Was going to go for a walk, but stuck my head out and it's a bit too cold, so I'm not doing that. Um, yeah. Just had a bit of a chuckle on one of them. Some bloke screaming out for help about his van. His van needs MOTing. It needs MOT tomorrow. And mistook when the MOT was up, apparently the MOT was up in May. Well, the best part of halfway through fucking April as it is, really, isn't it? Looking for, I like the idea, looking for a flexible MOT centre. Now, I don't know whether they mean flexible as in you can go in there and get it done reasonably well, or flexible as in we can sweep some of the things wrong with the van under the carpet. So, of course, and that would be asking, could you please put my van on the road? It's not really safe, but it doesn't matter, does it? Makes you wonder, doesn't it? You know, I suppose me being a person, well, I said I'm a person to keep things up together. I keep the safety apps up together, and I say, because my van, I took my side step off, well, a couple of years ago, and I haven't put it back on again. Well, I never took it off, I could beat it off. And, yeah, my spark thing on my cooker don't work, but that needs replacing. There's a couple of little things I want doing on here, but nothing is, sort of dangerous. Nothing would fail an MOT on anyway. Yeah, that's what made me smile. But what's that? Yeah, bit sticky, I think. Yeah, with my my radio, I need my reversing camera wired back up again. But I don't know which wire it is. I ain't got a meter, and if I had a meter, I wouldn't know how to do it. Yeah. But mind you, it's always the one. Have you heard the one? You know, I got a granny lives in Wolverhampton, works for the gas board. Do you want a meter? Always tickled me. I was laughing at that with Prince Phillip on the day. They were saying about the little things that he says and does and what he's done. And this report was on about saying when he was in China and they give him, no, when he was in Australia, I think it was, or New Zealand, and give him a bollocking when he said about the spear chuckers. And the guy said, but it was all taken out of context because apparently Prince Phillip was talking to a chief of one of the tribes, and he said about the other tribe, and he said, yes, he said, we're all good friends now. He said, but it wasn't so many years ago that we were throwing spears at each other, which is all taken out of context, isn't it? And apparently, I mean, I would have thought when the Queen and Prince Philip, when they go to like somewhere like Australia, well, this is Australia, and they got to go through customs. Well, I wouldn't have thought that they go through customs like we do, like they answer questions. I would have thought, well, I mean, I don't know, but the story is that this overzealous custom officer said to Prince Philip, have you got a criminal record? And Prince Philip said, I didn't know you needed one to get into the country in these days, nowadays. And that tickled me, yeah. And the other one, what was it, the other one? They said, oh, he's out, I think he was out racing his boat, 'cause he races sail racing, doesn't he? And he came to the buoy, and apparently there's certain rules going around buoys, you know. And now buoys at sea, BOUYS, isn't it, or whatever they call it? Yeah, not little boys. Yeah, he said going around buoys is if you are both going for it together, and one of you's in front, I think you shout out "my water." Anyway, this Australian guy shouted out "my water," and Prince Phillip kept going, and he shouted out "my water" again. And as they touched or went round there, Prince Phillip looked at the Australian bloke and said, "I think you'll find it's my wife's water." That tickled me. And apparently they got back on land, and one of the stewards says, "Do you want to put in a complaint?" He said, "Because he came in tight on you." And he said, "Well," he told me it wasn't my water, it was his wife's water, and I think he might be right, so I won't bother." But silly little jokes like that, little things like that, little anecdotes to make me smile. You know, I can remember one time I was in the terminus of the pub in, I told you this, in Weymouth. And you go in, it's a great big long bar, and down what the left hand is, you go in the left hand side, I think it was the ladies down around the corner. And then the right hand side was down there was a gents round to the right and down to the left, so it's both people behind the bar. If that makes sense. And I went in there, and there was this woman in there, and she's about, I suppose I'd have been about 30, and she'd been in her 50s. And she was pulling a pint. I said, "Excuse me, my love." I said, "Could you tell me where the toilets are?" And she didn't stop. She just nodded like that. She went down there, round to the left, door on the left. It will say "gentleman" on the door, but don't you take no notice of that. You just go on in. And that made me fucking laugh as well. Yeah. Anyway, so look, when one has grandchildren, makes a difference to me. I ain't got to fucking look at it. I need to just still got it out, and it covers it all up. Yeah, good bit of platinum, isn't it? Yeah, tickle under the chin, tickle, tickle, tickle. Oh. Yeah, so what's happening today? Not a lot, I don't think. I might go back to the nest later because I need to be toilet. I need water. That's one thing. I use my toilet like a composting toilet. I put a biodegradable soap powder in there, or liquid, whatever you want to call it. And I suppose I use that over a space of 3 weeks. I use that, I don't know, 12 times maybe. 12, 15 times, something like that. You know, because I don't go every, you know, the days I'm not in here, you know, because I do go every day. You know, sort your ablutions out, you know. And because I pee in a bottle and don't pee down there, when the weather's sort of coldish, I don't need to empty that every 3 weeks, and it don't smell, which I'm quite pleased about. Well, I need to empty it. Well, I don't need to empty it. I think it's a little sniff earlier on when I was dumping it. It wasn't too bad. But then again, people reckon you can smell yourself, don't they? You can't smell yourself. Anyway, Pete, so I'll let you go because I'm getting fucking bored talking to you lot now. So anyway, it's a Monday, so you buggers should be at work anyway. So get on with it. Oh, I love you all. Stay classy, no fighting. Bye-bye. And you, skins.